Hi, good people. This is Deborah. I hope you're having a beautiful day today. Let me just say, I will use words not intending to offend people, but to describe my point of view and how I see things. Respect that we all have different paths. So take what resonates with you and what does not resonate with you, put it on the shelf or throw it away. I thank you for all of the subscribers, the old ones and the new ones. I appreciate you. Now, this particular video is about Revelation 6, chapter 6, 1 through 8, the seven seals. Now, as always, I'll give you the scripture and I give you the scripture concordance number, and then I'll give you what has been downloaded to me about what those scriptures mean. So I give you the Bible concordances because this is what they attach to the scriptures. And you can go, I will also list at the bottom of the video websites that you can go to put those Bible concordant numbers in. You can see it for yourself. I've also listed them as well. So the first the first scripture in 6 1 and 2, I'm gonna give you 1 and 2, Revelation 1 and 2. And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard I heard it were the noise of thunder, one of the four beasts saying, "Come and see." Revelation 2 says, "And I saw, and I behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and conquer." Let me just give you some meanings of some of the words. The word "in," which is Bible Concordance G5056, uh, means completion. In what you think it means in the world, that's not what it's saying there. It's talking about ending that process, or you know the kingdom is ending. That's what's going on here. Okay. uh last days is concordance number G2078. uh Last things finally refers to days of history or final stage of spiritual fulfillment. Time, G2540. It is The term is often used to describe significant moments in the Great Mother's timeline, particularly the times of periods when she will be realized in history, such as the end times or the final season of human history. Judgment, concordance number 2920. This term refers to the divine judgment at the end of time, when the Great Mother will judge humanity, which is what's going on now. And you're being judged for right and wrong. You're being also judged based on uh, taking ownership or not taking ownership. It is a final reckoning in which all deeds, good and bad, are weighed. That's what's going on right now. Kingdom. The kingdom is sovereignty or reign, but the kingdom is within you. All this stuff is taking place within you. You are causing the things to take place in the earth. Now, who are you? You are the soul children. Now, the soul children is across the cultures. What am I calling cultures? I'm talking about uh well, I'll just give it to you. those that are into the different uh, seasons. Okay, the four horsemen of the apocalypse, revelation of hidden truth or disclosure of things not previously known, appear in the book of Revelation, specifically Revelation 6 1 through 8. Each horse rides represents different aspects of human suffering and judgment during the end times and restoration of the great mother kingdom. These aspects can be understood in the context of the chakras, the energy centers in the body. The destruction of the old world system paves the way for the new. So the old world is coming down. It don't want to, but it has to. It has to come down to make a way for the new, the righteous world where the great mother's justice and peace will prevail. Oh, it's going to happen. Don't get it twisted. Now, the bow. I'm going to give you some of the words and what I know them to be. The word bow, B-O-Y, is uh, a metaphor for Sagittarius. Sagittarius is considered to be the archer, symbolizing focus, energy, direction, and the power to manifest a goal. Like an archer aiming at a target, it represents the challenge of intention toward a specific purpose. Tension and bowstring mirrors the inner strength needed to achieve that goal. In connection with Sagittarius, the archer, the bow symbolizes pursuit, expansion, and higher knowledge, reflecting Sagittarius' guess for truth. In Revelation 6 1, the bow held by the rider on the white horse can represent the force of conquest, of purposeful action, driven by intent and focused energy. Now, I want to tell you this. I watch as the lamb. The lamb represent Aries. It's in the top of your head. Open the first of the seven seals. The seven seals, but women have 12. Don't forget it. And the earth has 12. There are 12 chakras in the woman. Oh, she has to have that for the children that she has. So she has 12. Count them. And the earth has 12. Everybody else have 7. Okay? Now, they don't know much about those others. They really don't know much about the 7. Then I heard one of the four living creatures. If you look in Revelation 4 7, the lion represents Leo, the calf represents Taurus, the flying eagle represents Scorpio, the face of a man is Aquarius. But there was no male connected to Aquarius. It's the female, it's the woman, which they lie was it was a woman pouring the water. But you'll see in a lot of the images, you'll see the man pouring the water, but it's the woman. And also you'll see that the male is pouring it in the book of Matthew. The book of Matthew represent Aquarius. Okay, now uh you'll find the same thing in Ezekiel 1 5, uh, verse 5, verse 6, and verse 10. Saying the voice of thunder, come, I looked, and there before me was a white horse. The white horse represents the crown chakra. They tell you that the crown chakra is purple. They are a liar. It is the great mother, and its rider held a bow. Remember, I told you the bow is the archer, which is Sagittarius, symbolizing focused energy on the mind and will, which is needed to pierce through the illusion of the material world. Moreover, he was given a crown. It opens up and rode out as a conqueror, bent or conquest. Now, the rider's bow that becomes a tool of the higher self, able to pierce the veils of ignorance and bring about spiritual conquest. The bow is a tool of the mind focused on achieving mastery over the material world through wisdom, much like the archer uses his bow to achieve mastery over his aim and focus. The four living creatures in Revelation corresponds to the four fixed signs of the zodiac, which is Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. These signs are each connected with the elements fire, earth, water, and air, and represents the four fundamental aspects of the human soul and the universe. Leo the lion, associated with courage, leadership, heart energy, an expression of self. Leo governs the heart chakra, which relates to love and divine uh, compassion. Now, it could be on the lower side, which could be hate, misery, just all kinds of negativity. Now, Taurus is the bull, represents stability, materialism, and physical world. Taurus is connected to the throat chakra, the seat of creativity and communication. Scorpio is the ego, or Scorpio, symbolizes transformation, death, rebirth. Scorpio is associated with the sacral chakra, the center of passion, desire, and creative energy. Aquarius, the man or the water barrier. The water barrier is in the book of Matthew, but it actually is the great mother, not man. Represent the flow of higher wisdom, humanitarian ideas and insight. It is connected to the single eye in the third ventricle, not the third eye. There's no such thing as a third eye. It is the single eye in the third ventricle. Ventricle chakra, which governs intuition, insight, and vision. The rite of conquest is the victory over ignorance, with the bow being the spiritual discipline used to pierce through the falsehood and illusion of the world, revealing divine wisdom. Now, I didn't do anything with this particular scripture, but I'm going to call it out so you know that it's listed in there. 1 Corinthians 4:5. Therefore, judge nothing before the appointed time. Wait until the Lord comes. He will reveal what is hidden in darkness and expose the heart's motives. At that time, each will receive their praise from God. Now, all that is the mother. Okay. Uh, let's look at the red horse. Uh, I gave you that the red horse is in Revelation 6, 3, and 4. So, and when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast saying, come and see. Revelation 6, 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat and thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. Now, Revelation 6, 3, and 4, the fiery red horse. That's the root chakra. The fiery red horse in Revelation 6, 3 to 4 are ridden by a figure wielding a sword and bringing conflict in esoteric representation of the root chakra. The red symbolizes primal earth-bound energy that connects to survival, fear, and basic instincts. This energy, when balanced, can be transferable and grounding, empowering individuals to harness their spiritual power and overcome fear and aggression, giving them a sense of control and empowerment. In its positive form, the red horse represents the stabilization force of the root chakra, grounding, protection, strength, and the transformation of fear into power. In the negative form, it symbolizes destructive forces of fear, violence, materialism, and isolation arising from an imbalance or blockage of the root chakra. Individuals should reflect on their grounding, the balance of primal energies, and how fear and aggression may influence their personal lives and world around them. The key is to maintain a balanced approach to harnessing the fiery red energy, transforming base instinct into a secure, stable formation for spiritual and material growth, and motivating individuals to commit to their spiritual practice. Now, the black horse, 656. 6 5 says, and when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast saying, come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and that sat on him had a pair of balances. Now, I hope you know balances has to do with the scale, and the scale has to do with Libra, and Libra is actually Maat, Maat. Okay, that's the mother balancing. Revelation 6 6, and I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts, saying, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for the penny. And see, thou hurt not the oil and the wine. Revelation 6 5 6, the black horse. The black horse represents the solar plexus. The black horses in Revelation 6 5 6 symbolizes economic imbalancing, power, struggling, and control of resources, with its rider holding a pair of scales, which is Maya and Libra, like I told you, to measure what is essential for survival. The energy aligns with the solar plexus chakra, the center of the personal power, self worth, and control. The black horse positive form reflects the need for balance, which is Maya and Libra, fairness and empowerment. It uses resources wisely and cultivate abundance with discernment. When aligned, the solar plexus chakra provides inner confident personal integrity and the ability to adapt to life's challenges. In its negative form, the black horse represents imbalances of power, greed, exploitation, control, leading to suffering and injustice. When distorted, the solar plexus manifests as ego, manipulation, and as excessive focus on material wealth and personal success, which causes spiritual emptiness and disconnection. Ultimately, the black horse urges us to reflect on how we use our power and resources, guiding us toward a more balanced, empowered, spiritually aware of our energy and material wealth. The scales of the rider remind us to strive for justice, equality, and the proper use of power while guarding the inner oil and wine, our spiritual resources, from corruption. Now, the pale horse, Revelation 6 7. That's the heart chakra. Moreover, when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth beast say, come Come and see. Revelation 6:8 said, and I looked and beheld a pale horse, and his name that sit on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth, and to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beast of the earth. Revelation 6, 7, 8, and the pale horse as the heart chakra. Death represents the transmutation and the challenges of the heart chakra, the heart. Now, the heart chakra, when it's in this positive, governs love, compassion, and emotional balance. And the pale color of the horse is negative. It reflects the need for healing in these areas. The rider death symbolizes emotional transitions, the death of the ego, and the letting go of the attachments that prevent the heart from fully opening to love. Remember, I said hatred is jealousy, envy, strife, always causing problems and stuff. All that is a part of your heart. Um, when the heart chakra is imbalanced, it can result in emotional suffering, which is what's going on. You get a lot of headaches, spiritual disconnection. You're disconnected from your spirituality. The other thing that disconnects you from spirituality is if you have a calcified pineal gland. Some people get them at 12 years old. Now, I want to just make a correction here. Some people have been told that only the Avion's pineal gland is calcified at 12. Let me correct you. There are many other cultures, uh, including yours, that have pacified pineal gland. And so, what happens with people that have calcified pineal gland, they are not connected to their spiritual self, will not be connected to their spiritual self. So, therefore, they go through the the counterfeit. They pretend. So these are the people that need plenty books to read, book after book after book. A person that is connected to the spiritual world does not need a book because they're connected to the spiritual world. And it's through the spiritual world that will give them the understanding of what they need to know in the spirit realm and in this realm and how to apply it in this realm. Don't get it twisted. Okay, so many of you that are not connected to the spirit realm will sit up there and say somebody that's giving you spiritual knowledge, you sit up there and say that they're lying because you're hearing it for the first time. You will always say, and you will always need proof in a book. Okay, those that are spirituals don't need proof in a book. The proof comes from the discernment. Okay, when the heart is in balance, it can result in emotional suffering, headaches, and spiritual disconnection, which is hell, where one becomes closed off from love and compassion. You be closed off from love, you won't know real love. When you are not, when your heart chakra is not open, you don't know what real love is. It's so unconditional. I can't even begin to tell you. The more you let go, hatred, envy, jealousy, strife, anger. My problem was anger. And I noticed the more I let go of that anger, things that used to get me angry, more I let go of, the more I feel that beautiful unconditional love. I mean, I love people that don't deserve loving. And I promise you, if it wasn't in me as a human, without that unconditional love, I it would be difficult to love people that who has caused you tremendous pain and hurt. Okay, I promise you, being a human being, you can't forgive. Forgiveness, unforgiveness causes that too. In the negative form, the pale horse rider represents emotional death because that's what it is, and numbness. And Hades represent the spiritual entrapment. So you're thinking Hades is some place underneath the ground. No, 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 no. They use these words to throw you off. Okay, so let me say it again. And Hades represent the spiritual entrapment that occur when emotional wounds are left unresolved, like childhood trauma, family hurt and pain, relationships you gotten hurt by, male, female, not being treated fairly in your jobs or just in life in general. All that causes the heart chakra to be closed. Now, the four beasts I told you about earlier is the lion is Leo, the calf is Taurus, the flying eagle is Scorpio, and the man they say is Aquarius, but it is the great mother pouring the water. And the water represents the knowledge, influencing the heart chakra by teaching the lessons of personal love, emotional security, transformation, and universal compassion. When in balance, these energies help open the heart to higher love, which is I'm talking about that unconditional love. It doesn't. Some days it overwhelms me and it feels so good, and then some days it's just enough to not get pissed off by stuff. Uh, they can manifest as emotional blocks, attachments, or fear of intimacy when out of balance. You know that thing where somebody hurt you before and you scared to get involved with somebody else. That's blocked because you blocked it because that's a part of you protecting yourself. You're protecting your heart. That because you don't want to be hurt no more. Well, it has to be cleared, and only I promise you, only the great mother, the heart, can give you that unconditional love. You because you truly do wind up experiencing love that is not earth. It ain't earth. I'm trying to tell you. Because if it was earth, earth would say you hurt me, and when I rise up to the top, I ain't giving you shit. I don't care how much you suffer. Now the unconditional love will help you but walk away. Okay, do know that. Do understand that. Now, the rider of the pale horse also signifies the spiritual death or rebirth that can occur within the heart, reminding us that we must heal and open ourselves to true love and compassion that resides at the core of our being. Now, the white horse I told you um, is the pureness. That's the crown chakra. That's the great mother. That's the conqueror. That's the one that has conquered the negative. Okay, the red horse. That's the root chakra. That's the one that has overcame the root chakra negativity, because that's the real one. You got to become grounded. You have to become grounded. You don't have to go out there in the sun all day. Take my word for it. Let me rephrase that. Maybe some people have to go out there. My legs are like generators. My legs, the energy, how I know I'm grounded because my legs are like energy. I don't know if you ever been around a generator. That's how my legs are. So I know I'm grounded. Still working. Am I pure? No, I'm not saying I'm pure. I'm just saying I'm grounded. Okay, the black horse. The black horse represent melanin. That's melis. Melas. Melis is melanin in you. Okay. Uh, the scales. The scales in you represents Libra, which represents balancing, which represents Mayat. Okay, that's the wheat and grain. Uh, the pale horse, the pale horse is the pale green or the greenish gray color, uh, which represents the overtone of death. Is a far paler version of green with grayish hue. Okay, so you got I've given you meanings of some more words, and you'll see them in there. I'm gonna let you go through them. Also, I wanted to give a summary. The white horse is the crown chakra, represent the quest for spiritual enlightenment and the potential for misguided ideas of egoic pursuits of power. Uh, the red horse symbolizes the primal energy and destruction, passion that arise from fear, anger, and unresolved survival instinct. Black horse, solar plexus, represent material imbalances, self-worth issues, and a spiritual famine rooted in the need for external validation. The pale horse, the heart chakra, the chakra represents transformational death of old emotional wounds. Get rid of the old emotional wounds, the death of um, the letting go of past trauma and potential for spiritual rebirth through opening the heart. Now I'm gonna tell you, this shit ain't easy. I ain't gonna sit up there and tell you it's easy. But what has to take place, you have to yield to it. And I'm gonna tell you, yielding to it each time the ego don't want to let it go. The ego don't want to let go anger. The ego don't want to let go hatred. Ego don't want to let go jealousy, envy, and strife. It doesn't want to let go. These it don't want to let go. So what it does everything that it can to make excuses for keeping them. Okay, but if you want to elevate, you got to press your way on, and don't worry about what nobody else say. If people tell you, you don't have to go through nothing, because there's a lot of people think that if I confess with my mouth and believe that Jesus was raised from the dead, then I'm saved. You don't even know what saved is. You don't have a clue, because if you knew what saved meant, it has to do within you. It's all in you. Your Savior is in you. But there are things that you have to go through to become that person that you need to be. You When it talks about born in sin, you're born in sin. Sin is simply turning away from righteousness, turning away from truth. And you do that by getting caught up with the cares of the world. You're turning away from truth. And so what happens, you got to go back there, which means your way of thinking, you proud, and you think because you got a house and a car you better than somebody else. What that truth does for you, it shows you that you're not better than that other person. Then you begin to feel that, you begin to know that, then you begin to have respect for the other person because you want respect. Now, I am including the 12 earth chakras. I told you that the earth has 12 chakras, just like the woman has 12 chakras in her. She has 12 because she has to give birth. So I'm including the 12 chakras in this group here. Now, I'm going to tell you, they listed 12 locations, but I noticed they listed Mount Shafter in California, and it's supposed to be the root chakra. And Peru's supposed to be the sacral chakra. Uh, Australia's supposed to be the solar plex. Glastonbury, England's supposed to be the heart chakra. The throat chakra is supposed to be Egypt, which we know Egypt is over here. Although they sit up there and say it's over there. No, it ain't over there. It's over here. The single eye is not the third eye. It's in the third ventricle. They say is located in Japan, in Fuji, Mount Fuji. Now, the crown chakra, they say that is located in Tibet, in Mount Kailash in Tibet. Uh, the Earth Star, they say, is in the Bahamas. The Soul Star, they say, is at the North Pole. the heart, the Earth heart chakra, they say, is at the Bermuda Triangle. The the brow chakra at Mount Chakra at Shasta, and the solar plexus they say is in Victoria, Africa. Hmm. Now they did not list Stone Mountain, and I know for a fact that Stone Mountain is a vortex. I know that to be a fact. They did list California, but they didn't say anything about the Grand Canyon, which I know is a part of that as well. I did list other stuff connected with those 12 chakras, earth chakra. Just keep in mind, women, that you're connected to those 12 chakras. But if you don't yield to them in a positive way, you're going to be affected the negative way. If you yield to them in a positive way, you'll be affected positive way. So just letting you know. So all that stuff that you blame the devil on, that's you. That's your lower self. Okay, now my conclusion is this. The return of Christ, which is in you, or the awakening of the divine awareness, is not limited to one tradition, but other systems, other people, other cultures. It is a universal process that calls people from all spiritual paths to realize that their interconnection through what you want to call Christ, what you want to call Horus, what you want to call Buddha, what you want to call whatever other name that you give it. The return is not a literal, external event, but a spiritual awakening with all of us. All of us that are spiritual work talking about things in different cultures, guiding us toward unity, love, wisdom, and divine peace. Each of the seven chakras in Revelation corresponds to a chakra representing stages of spiritual growth, purification, awakening that ultimately lead to enlightenment and divine union. Now, in Revelation 6:1-8, the four horsemen corresponds to the chakra in humans and the earth. The white horse is the crown, represents spiritual awakening and higher awareness. The fiery red horse, which is the root chakra, reflects the energy of survival and emotional instability. The black horse, which is the solar plexus, governs issues of material balances and self worth, while the pale horse, which is the heart chakra, symbolizes emotional transformation and healing. Now, keep in mind that heart chakra is not that thing that pumps blood. The heart chakra, I think it may not be pronounced that way, but I do it. It's cerebrum, cerebrum. That's the heart. Okay, furthermore, the 12 earth chakras, such as Mount Kailash, Mount Shasta, and Glastonbury, corresponds to different aspects of global energy and spiritual evolution. Just as these chakras influence human growth and awareness, the earth chakras offer opportunities for collective, which is everybody, healing and awakening, urging us to align our spiritual development with the planet energy. Now, the opening of these seals invite all of us, that are spiritual to reflect on our chakra system, both personally and collectively, which means other with the rest of the people, and negative. The forces of power, survive, love, and transformation to achieve higher spiritual understanding and harmony. Now, that is what we supposed to be doing down here. We are not, if you hear people talking about segregation, that's the creator that I know don't operate like that. That's not how it's supposed to be. If you're talking about love, that unconditional love, because think about it. When you get into a place and you know you done some harm to somebody, and that harm that is going to cost you some jail time, don't you want the judge to have mercy on you? Yes, sure you do. Sure you do. Well, it's the same way with people. Now, just because you have mercy on the people and forgive them doesn't mean you got to be in their life. Not being in their life doesn't mean that you still hate them. It just means that you're in a different place in your life. And when you become in a different place in your life, you want to be surrounded by people that are yielding themselves to truth and want their lives to become better, want to think better, want to feel better, want to do things different. You know, that's them the kind of people you want to associate yourself with. You don't want to associate yourself with people that have hatred in their heart, that have envy in their heart, that is violent, that is always angry, and they never got nothing good to say about people. You don't want that. That right there will keep you right where you are. So for me, I'd rather be alone because in my alone time, I can hear things. In my alone times, I can see things about me and around my surroundings. And when I'm shown things about me that are negative, I don't want it. You'll be surprised the things that we do. I remember one incident. This particular person is a person that does wrong stuff, but that person acknowledges the wrong other people do, but that person do not acknowledge the wrong that she does. I'm like, can you not see the wrong that you do? Can you not see it? Wouldn't you want somebody that hurt you apologizing to you naturally, and you don't have to say to them, well, you hurt me and now I need you to apologize? Because if you say to them that you hurt me and you have to tell them that they hurt you and you have to ask them for apology, it ain't real. They just apologizing because you got something they want. They only contacted you because you got something they want, because you were always the one when they get stuck in this and that or that kind of trouble. You were always the one bailing them out, and then they come to you and they find out, oh, she's not the same person anymore. Nobody wants to keep going in circles in the negative. It's time to come out, people. It's time to stop letting segregation win. If I call myself black, if I call myself white, if I call myself Indian, if I call myself Hispanic, I should be able to walk anywhere in this earth and not have a problem. The color of your skin does not make you better than anybody. Those of you that call yourself black, you're not black, you're brown. Those of you that calls yourself white, you're not white, you are pale. Those of you that calls yourselves um, Hispanic and say your language is Hispanic, Spanish, say your language is Spanish. There's no such language as Spanish. And y'all laugh about it. You know the language is Latin. Spanish is connected to the country Spain. It just amazes me how those that call themselves enlightened ones, say that they're better than us. How can you break down a whole world of people and sleep and call yourself greater than the world of people that you have stolen from, that you have raped, that you have abused, and that you have cheated? How can you possibly do so? But I'm saying to the people today, take back your spirituality. Go within yourself. Know yourself. And know that the power that the Great Mother has put inside you to operate, to make this earth clean again. For this earth is filthy, and it's time for it to become clean again. There is no reason for you to walk past somebody and not speak. There is no reason for you to walk past somebody and hold your head down. There is no reason when someone needs help, you turn your head the other way. There's no reason for you to think that tithing has to do with giving a preacher. There's no reason for that now. They told you, you believed it, and you didn't pick up the Bible to see it for yourself. Tithing has nothing to do with giving the preacher money. All they do is give you parables on top of parables, allegories on top of allegories. I know one preacher, every time he opened up his Bible, he used to put the words, when he get through preaching, everything was about $1. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what he doing now because I ain't been to his church in years. When I used to hang out in churches, I didn't go to churches to learn my spiritual stuff from them. I went to church because I was curious. I was curious to know what they were teaching the people out there. That's why I went. And then, of course, I took my mother. I don't know why she went, but I took her, you know, before she passed. I took her. But you should never put somebody before you and your creator. You did that. There is no mediator between you and the creator. Now, some of you want to say Jesus Christ, but keep in mind, that's inside you. So, how can two come together unless then they know one another? And that would be you and God, or you and your creator, or you and the great mother. I call it the great mother. I don't call it source. But anyway, people, what I'm going to do, I'm going to continually put out here what I have learned allegorically. I'm going to give you the scriptures as I always do. I'm going to give you the Bible concordance because that's what the Brotherhood gave. And I'm going to give you what is given to me. Am I expecting for you to agree with me? I do what I do, and I'm good. So until the next time, good people, take care.